All right. Well, welcome back. Thanks for watching again. So today I'm going to introduce my guest for this podcast. This is Josh Rogers. He's a good friend of mine. He's married, 4 kids. You can correct me on any of this if I'm wrong. He works at Northland Pioneer College. Loves the outdoors, hunting, fishing, hiking, I'm assuming, camping. He loves motorcycles, dirt bikes, and street bikes. He's an amazing person. He's lived a very full life, but not without some trials along the way. We hope to get to know him better today, and hopefully others will get to know you a little better. And anyways, thanks for being here. So,
of course.
So let's start way back. I don't know. Where'd you grow up?
Where did I grow up?
Where were you born? Where'd you grow up? Yeah.
So I was born in Juneau, Alaska. Yeah.
Nice.
So my parents they were up in Othello, Washington, then went up to Juneau, Alaska. My dad built houses and built a hotel up there.
Really?
And then I don't remember Alaska when I was a kid,
Yeah.
but then we moved to Arizona, back to Arizona. My dad grew up in Eager. And so we moved to the valley, and then when I was 4, we moved to Eager. Okay. And so I grew up in Eager. That's where I remember everything, is just Eager.
Yeah. So. Nice. How many siblings? How big's your family?
So the family, there's 6 of us, 4 boys, 2 girls.
Nice.
I am in line the second youngest in the family.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So where does that fall in that whole family dynamic, I guess? It's like the middle child's the one that gets forgotten about, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I never felt neglected.
Okay. But you weren't the youngest, so
I wasn't the youngest, so I was not spoiled. No, my little brother was spoiled. 100%. He was spoiled.
Yeah.
So
you just kind of right there. How was life growing up? So 4 brothers. Were you guys like troublemakers? I don't know. What
yeah. So like? I think it was like most. We definitely fought a lot.
Yeah.
I've been stabbed in the leg. I've been shot in the arm.
Huh? As a kid?
BB gun. It was just a BB gun.
Okay.
From my little brother. He was
your little brother. Okay.
Redheads are awesome, but they do have a reputation.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. He lived up to that in his younger years, for sure.
Oh, dang it.
Anyway, so yeah, we fought a lot, but
yeah,
we also got along too.
Yeah.
You know, we had a lot of fun together, and
yeah. How about your relationship with your sisters? Pretty normal. I mean, just got along pretty well.
My oldest sister, I would say, we got along just fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister, just older than me, when we would get in fights, it was scary. She's 5'11", really long legs, and she could kick hard. And so, anyway, you had to watch out for her kicking.
Wow.
She knew how to kick.
Nice.
But
that's awesome.
So yeah, I think we fought like a normal family, but also, I feel like we're a really close family too.
Awesome. Awesome. How was school for you? Were you a good student? Were you a horrible student? Hated school?
I was an A, B, and sometimes a C student.
Oh, okay.
If you ask me like what I learned, I don't know. I honestly, I went to school to go hang out with my friends.
Yep.
To play sports, and that's why I went to school. That's why I enjoyed it. I don't really remember what I learned.
What sports did you do?
Football, wrestling. I played baseball in my younger years, and then in high school I did track.
Oh, okay.
So
what were were you like excelled at all of them, or were there certain sports that you were?
I wouldn't say that I excelled.
Okay.
But I feel like I was a good athlete.
Okay.
Loved football.
Okay.
It was just a fun sport. I loved hitting people.
What position did you play?
Running back and safety were the ones that
Nice.
I ended up playing the most in my high school years.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I loved that sport. Wrestling, I think I love it more now than I did then.
Yeah.
I liked it, but I wish I would have known what I do now. So it's really hard watching my boys wrestle because I'm like, just put effort into it, like
Okay.
put everything into it
Yeah.
because it's such a good sport to just learn how to go through tough things because it's
yeah.
just, you can't blame the rest of your team. It's you versus the other guy. And if you
Yep.
get your butt kicked, you've got to get back up and it's only
Yeah.
your fault. So
Yeah.
it's a fun sport though.
Yeah. Yeah. I never wrestled, but with the Owens and stuff, I've watched a lot of wrestling, and it's unbelievable to me that what these kids, the amount of discipline and
Yeah.
just, it's crazy. It's amazing for teaching those lessons for sure. I don't know. I just never did it. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
anyways. So was that was your family just all your siblings athletic or not really?
My sisters didn't, in high school, and they didn't do sports. My sister closest to me, she did softball in like junior high and stuff, but
Yeah.
in high school, not really. The boys, yes. My older brothers both enjoyed football and wrestling.
Nice.
The younger brother, he did a little bit, but he mostly, like watching him grow up, I was on my mission for the time that he grew up most of the time in high school. So
Yeah.
he didn't really do the sports thing, but he was more into like the trucks,
Oh,
and
really?
He liked big trucks and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah, he would have been an amazing football player because he was crazy mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he didn't want to put up with the coach at that time.
Oh, okay.
So
Any championships or anything in high school sports? Did you? I don't know, the football team.
4x1, we took state my senior year.
Nice.
So I had 3 other guys that were fast with us, and yeah, that was fun.
And you weren't fast? You had to have been fast.
I
mean, come on.
I was pretty fast. It was fun though. We ran at Mountain View for that state championship.
Oh, nice.
And it was so close that we honestly didn't know who won until they read the second place winners. And that's when we got crazy because that's when we found out who won. It was that close.
Nice. Wow.
So it was fun. It was exciting.
Right on.
Yeah.
Football team, did you guys do pretty well in high?
No, I mean, the best chance we had was my junior year, and
yeah.
I don't know if my old coach will see this.
Oh,
My opinion, my senior year, he didn't care.
Yeah.
You know, he would show up to practice 15 minutes late in his socks. He could do that because we practice in the dome, right?
Yeah.
So he'd show up in his socks, and
Yeah.
he'd show up late because he was playing Madden on the Xbox or whatever.
What?
He didn't care, and so it was hard to show respect back. But
Darn it.
we did our best.
So they're the Elks, right?
That's right.
Nice. Right on.
Yeah.
So how does that work for you now that you live here in Taylor?
Yeah.
I mean, are you?
People have asked that because I'm from Round Valley. My wife's from St. John's.
Yeah.
And I always tell people this was the last place that both of us wanted to end up.
Oh no.
No offense. Growing up,
Yeah.
so I had a coach that taught me to hate Snowflake more than St. John's, when really it's supposed to be Round Valley St. John's rival. He said, no, Snowflake is our rival. Like we don't
Really?
like Snowflake.
Oh,
And
man.
so it just kind of started with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we love it here.
Yeah.
All of these small towns, they all have their own little thing about them, but they're all the same.
Yeah.
Good people. Just depends on who you surround yourself with.
Right on.
So we love it.
Awesome.
It's just funny that we both were like that was the last place we would have thought we would ever end up.
You
So.
ended up here. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It was tough when the kids first came home singing blue and white songs.
Oh,
It was. But,
caused some problems.
Yeah.
Darn it. All right. So you go to high school. You went on a mission. Where'd you go?
Argentina.
Argentina.
Down
That's
to
right.
Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires. Okay. And then you come home. How soon after that did you meet your wife Megan, and how did you meet her?
She's gonna love it that
And-
she's not here to tell the story.
Oh, is it her? Okay. Well,
No,
she's probably going to be on here at some point. So you,
Yeah.
if you tell some false
So-
stories, she's going to.
So I knew Megan before the mission, since she
Oh,
was
okay.
a St. John's girl. You know, we would go back and forth, hang out at different towns. You know, and so
Okay.
knew her before, never dated her before.
Okay.
But she'll always say that I was just chasing her friends all the time. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you do in small towns. So, anyway,
Did you always go to the other towns to meet up with girls and not the ones in?
not necessarily. I had
Okay.
a really good group of girlfriends in Round Valley.
Okay.
That's I'm thankful for like growing up with really good friends. A lot of good guy friends and girlfriends in Round Valley. That
Yeah.
But so it was just fun meeting other people from other towns and.
Yeah. Right on.
So get home from the mission, and my cousin is chasing one of Megan's friends, and so we go to St. John's, and Megan's gonna be there, and she has a boyfriend out on the mission,
Oh no.
and
oh no.
I'm a jerk,
Yep.
you know. And so the first thing I do when I see her after 2 years, I went and sat by her on the couch. I put my arm around her.
Oh.
And I said, hey, when are we going to write Michael a Dear John letter and sign it Josh and Megan? Just being a punk.
Yeah.
Thought I was being funny,
Uh-huh.
not knowing I would marry her 6 months later.
Oh my goodness. Did you
So-
actually write the letter?
No.
That
No,
would've
we
been-
didn't.
That would have
Anyways,
been funny, but it would have been devastating.
it
for,
would have.
for
It
the
would have been
boyfriend.
messed up. But I
Okay.
went to a fireside the next day that she was putting on with a couple of other people.
Yeah.
Because they had just got back from the BYU Nauvoo, a semester at Nauvoo
Okay.
through BYU.
Yeah.
And so they were doing a semester or a fireside for their stake.
Yeah.
And so my cousin and I went again because my cousin was chasing that girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was there when I was like, dang, I really could marry this girl. You know, just listening to her testimony.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
so it was honestly right there where I was like, I really could. And
Yeah.
then we just started hanging out from then on, and she eventually did do the Dear John letter, and
Man.
we were engaged right around Valentine's, and then married May 20th.
Wow. How'd you propose?
I think it was somewhere by Val Vista Lakes, you know,
Really?
like out on one of the docks.
That's
My
where I
cousin
was-
set it up with
My stomping grounds
candles
down
and
there.
stuff, you know,
Really?
and yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Nice. Did she write the Dear John letter on her own?
I
or-
think she did like on an instant messenger with him or something.
Huh?
Yeah. It
How's-
probably wasn't allowed back then, but that's, I think, how she did it.
Just sent him a message and said, "Hey, buddy, we're done."
Well, like he was
guess.
online, so she hopped on, and
Yeah, that's
Like-
kind of weird. Huh? Okay. Cool.
yeah,
All right on. The rest is
history.
history. That.
And when I put my arm around her that night, she just knew it. So
All right. We'll
Yeah.
find out if that's the truth. Yeah. When we get Megan in here to straighten out all the
all the lies.
all the lies. So awesome. Well, right on. Now, when you guys first got married, did you live in Eager, or where'd you
No.
guys end up?
We lived down in the valley. So we lived down in
Okay.
the valley for the first 9 years of our marriage.
Okay.
So we were in Gilbert, and then we were out in Queen Creek.
Okay.
Spent time out there, just
working, going to school. What?
Both.
Yeah.
I never knew what I wanted to be when I grow up, but
Yeah.
so I worked at the University of Phoenix for a long time. A lot of people were doing that,
Yeah.
at that time. And,
Yep.
so I went to school as I was doing that just because it was free.
Yeah.
And so I was just doing it.
Nice.
So
Did you end up getting a degree from University of Phoenix?
I ended up getting an MBA from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. And then, so 9 years down there, and then did you come back up here, or did you end up somewhere else, or
No, we ended up right here.
in Taylor?
Yep.
Okay.
So the University of Phoenix, they laid off like 600 or 700 people the Monday after Black Friday, which was cool of them, right?
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome.
Luckily I wasn't a Black Friday shopper, so I didn't have to worry about it.
Nice.
But that kind of, it was one of those blessings in disguise things. I was unemployed. And then I had a job offer to go work, like basically run an office for Paul Gosar, a political, I forget even, over in Flagstaff. And so I was offered that, and I was thinking about it. I said, let me give you a call back. And so we were thinking about it. And then the next morning, because I was unemployed, we got to lay in bed longer, and Megan was pregnant at the time with Carter.
Yeah.
And so we would just sit there and feel Carter move around every morning, and that morning he wasn't moving at all. It was really weird.
Oh, man.
So she went off to the doctor, we just had a feeling we got to go, something's wrong, because it was every morning, We're glad we did, because then she calls me. She's like, they're going to fly me to the Dobson Hospital and take him out. And so I load the Pacer in Brooklyn barefoot, and I just start hauling butt. And then she calls me and she's like, they said there's not time to fly me. They're just going to take him out right here. And so
show up, or
this was
you're in.
Yeah, this was the new hospital there on Higley.
Okay.
Was it on Higley? Is that right?
Higley in the freeway?
Yeah.
Okay. That banner, yeah.
Luckily, my sister-in-law lived close, and so I asked her to meet me there so I could just pull in and run in.
Yeah.
And I'm running red lights. I was driving pretty crazy trying to get there, and it was pretty cool though. When I walk in, I mean, that hospital was ready. They're like, "Are you Dad?" I'm like, "Yep." And they had like the gown. They're like, they held it up for me, so I just like put my arms in, put the booties on, and they like take me into the C-section room.
Yeah.
And they're like cutting her right then as I walk in.
Right as you walked in. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was pretty crazy. Just watching that happen, you're just in shock. They pull out this tiny little baby.
How early was he?
He was 2 months early.
Wow.
So
wow.
Weighed 2 pounds, 5 ounces.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, that was wild, but we felt like it was a blessing in disguise, to be unemployed at the time, because then the next 2 months, we had a great ward down there that took care of us, watched the kids for us, and we could be there in the hospital with him, the whole time. And so
they kept him in there for 2 months, or?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a long time.
That's wild. I had no idea. That's amazing.
That's partly why Megan wanted to become a nurse.
Well, that makes a whole lot of sense now.
That experience.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Yeah, we had a similar experience with our youngest son, Leighton. But anyways, yeah. That's not as extreme as that, but kind of similar. But that's wild. It's a crazy. Oh, well, shoot. So you didn't go to Flagstaff then? You didn't take that job?
I called and I said, look, we just had something happen and I'm just not going to take it.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And then you ended up here.
Yeah.
What did you go right to work for NPC when you came up here?
Yeah, so after I got laid off with University of Phoenix. I went and worked at PayPal for a while.
Oh, okay.
After Carter got out of the hospital, I got a job at PayPal, worked with them.
Nice.
And then we felt like it was time. And so a job up here for an academic advisor position was open in Snowflake.
Yeah.
So I took it, knowing that it wasn't really enough money, but we just felt like it was right. And then 3 months later, my boss left. Nice. And then it all worked out.
Climbing the ladder there.
Yeah, it all worked out.
Right on. So what do you do there now? Like,
I'm the Dean of Student Services.
Okay.
So that means a lot of different things. I oversee academic advising, career services, recruiting, our early college program, all of our front office staff at all 9 locations.
Nice.
And then I oversee a couple of committees of like our behavioral intervention team, we call it our care team. So like if someone is threatening suicide or struggling, we offer support there, or our Title IX team, which is like sexual discrimination or harassment.
Yeah.
I also get to do the student discipline. So when a student's being dumb, I get to go talk with them and tell them, hey, let's not be dumb. Let's just get our education. And anyway, it's been a fun learning experience. So
yeah, that's awesome. So you're over kind of the group that would deal with someone that's just coming to school for the first time, even, right? Just out of the blue. So what would, if someone out there is just thinking, I should go back to school, what would be the first step? I don't know.
First step, just go talk to an academic advisor and tell them, hey, these are some of the things I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not sure, then the academic advisor can kind of help guide you and help you think about it, or they can get you in touch with our career services manager that can help you do some tests to really think about what's a good fit for me. Okay. But yeah, just go talk to somebody. That's where it starts, is just asking the questions.
And those are all like free services, right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't cost you anything. You just,
your taxes.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, community college, it's, and NPC is super affordable. So
yeah. So even if you're not sure, just go and talk to somebody. That
doesn't cost anything to go talk to somebody.
Yeah. So what are some of the big programs that MPC offers? I know they have a big nursing program, correct?
Yeah.
Nursing program. Is there other, I know they offer a ton of classes, but are there like certain programs that they kind of specialize in or have a good program to support? I don't know.
I would definitely say our nursing and allied health programs are always popular.
Okay.
It's always a need.
Yeah.
There's always a need for more nurses.
Yep. Yeah.
With and without our high school age kids, welding is really popular. Our automotive program's popular.
Yeah. Yeah, that was something I was going to ask you about also. Is like, even if you're not looking for, I guess there's still certifications you get in some of the trade, like welding and some of that stuff. But it's not like you could still go take classes there and get into a trade.
Yeah.
And not have to get a degree.
Right. You could go, like right now, one of our newer ones is for HVAC. And you get paid good money doing that, and so you could go learn that and out the gate be making some really good money.
When did they start that?
A semester or two ago.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a couple friends of mine that are in HVAC and they've done very well.
Yeah.
Very well. So welding, what other like trades does MPC offer? I don't know. Sorry if I'm putting you on the spot.
No,
you probably don't have the whole.
Yeah, I don't have the catalog in front of me right now, but they're trying to get a CCL thing off the ground, so that someone can go get their their CCL to drive truck.
I'll see.
CDL,
CDL.
sorry,
Yeah,
CDL.
Yeah.
I'm getting my acronyms mixed up.
Yeah.
A CDL to go drive truck. That's going to
Okay.
be happening soon.
Nice.
We didn't realize how long it would take to get through the red tape with the state. So we thought that was going to kick off almost a year ago, and we're still waiting for a couple more things to wrap up. But
yeah.
So that's another new one. But for a long time, it was our power plant classes.
Oh,
so we still have that type of, where you can learn electrical, mechanical.
Okay.
That's where we've kind of shifted a little bit to do HVAC as well.
Yeah.
Just because all the rumors of the power plant's going to close.
Right.
And so we've looked at some alternative energy stuff too.
Oh, okay.
And so,
do they do any like electrical, plumbing kind of stuff? Do you know?
yeah, through our construction program, you can do all of that.
Okay. So there's a whole construction program.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. I know the automotive program. We took one of our cars down there to them. This was probably a few years back, but it was awesome. I mean, they did great work, and students work on your vehicle, and it's very affordable.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which is awesome.
Yep.
So that was cool. Awesome. Now, like, I know the community college does a lot with there's a lot of stuff out there for even like tuition assistance kind of stuff, like, or scholarships, or it seems like there's hundreds or thousands of different little ways to.
You really shouldn't. I mean, there are so many ways to get your education funded, especially if you're high school age. I mean, it's free. You're not going to pay anything. But then beyond that, we have our financial aid where you can go get grants. We don't even offer loans. We don't want people going into debt. We have an affordable school where we don't feel like you're going to need a loan.
Yeah.
So you can get a grant that from the federal government, and then we have our friends and family arm where you can apply like one application, and you can apply for like 40 different scholarships.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And so there's a lot of money out there to use to be able to go to school. So
nice. And it's a community college, so it's like a 2-year program. But you guys have partnerships too with other schools, don't you? Where you can, I don't know, easily transition and get a 4-year degree, or
yeah. So there are different options based on what you're going into. Our nursing, for example, we have partnerships with NAU and ASU, to where you can either do it concurrently, which can be really hard, where you're getting your RN at the same time you're doing your BSN.
Right.
But you can also, right now we have 3 4-year programs, 2 in early college and education, and then 1 in business.
Oh, okay.
And so you can stay right here and get a bachelor's degree.
Wow. Nice.
So your very first podcast, Roy was talking about that, how you can stay right here in your community and become a teacher through that program. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. That's very cool. Let's see. I think we talked about the trades there. Let's see. I know we've talked about stuff kind of in this realm before, as far as like getting a degree versus working in the trades. And I think that's changing a lot. I know, like, when I was going to school, it seemed like there was a big push to, you got to get a degree. You have to get a degree. You can't survive without a degree, and now it seems like it's, over the last few years, probably because there's not a lot of people working in trades anymore, and anyways, I don't know, what are your
so I have my opinion on that. This is why Charlie Kirk would say going to school is a scam.
Yeah.
right? Because they were pushing it so much. No, you just need a degree. You just need a degree.
Right.
For some people, that works.
Yeah.
My case, for example, I got my MBA with an emphasis in energy management, thinking it would maybe help me get up to a power plant or something.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Get
Yeah.
back up here.
Yeah.
It didn't, but this degree did help me get to the position where I am now. If I didn't have that degree, I wouldn't be able to hold the position I'm in now.
Right.
However, a lot of people just go to school because they were told they should, they
Right.
need to.
Right.
But if you don't know why you're going to school and you're just getting a general education, I mean, will you learn some things that maybe you didn't know before? Sure.
Yeah.
But is it going to help you become, earn a good wage? Maybe, maybe not.
Right.
And so that's why I'm not someone who thinks that everybody should go get a degree.
Yeah.
I think it depends on who you are and what's going to make you click in life and how are you going to succeed in life. My brother didn't go to school and he's super successful.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people who didn't go to school who are super successful. And so it just depends on, but if you want to be a nurse, you have to go to school. If you want to, be a doctor, you have to go to school. There are certain things that you have to go to school for,
Right.
and other things where it's like, well, maybe just find a mentor to start doing that,
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I'm definitely not one that says you have to go to school.
Right. Right.
And there's probably some people I work with who would not be happy that I'm saying that, but that's my opinion on it. And I think
Yeah.
I don't want to waste anybody's time. Like if somebody came into my office and they didn't know what they wanted to do, I wouldn't tell them to just take classes.
Yeah.
I would help them figure it out first.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's tons of people that just get a degree in some random,
yeah,
it's like, well, you can't even get a job
right.
where you would use that degree. But I think for sure, the trades are getting more and more popular, and you can make a very good
Absolutely
living working in the trades, especially now that it seems like there's a need there, a huge need there. But anyways, something you said to me in the past also that I've always remembered, and I think I've even told my boys, and maybe this wasn't you, but we were in Young Men's a lot together, so we had a lot of discussions with some of the youth. And I remember one evening we were just sitting talking to the youth, and you said something to them to the effect of, now I'm going to blank on it. You said, I think something to the effect, like you don't necessarily have to love what you do for work, because I agree that you're probably not going to, I think it's rare that you find something that you're like, oh man, this is the greatest thing ever,
Right.
and I get to do it for a living. But you need to find something that's going to provide you with the lifestyle that you want.
Yeah.
Is that something you said?
Yeah, and I used to when I used to, I would go into NAVIC classrooms and talk to them about this. When they're thinking about their future,
Right.
And some people wouldn't agree with me on this either, but I look at more like, where do you want to live? Because if your goal is that you want to live right here, well, then you better be thinking about what kind of jobs there are, right? And it might not be what you love.
Yeah.
And so, number one, where do you want to raise a family if that's your goal? If you want to raise a family in a small town, your options are going to be limited compared to the big city.
Yeah.
And so, where do you want to raise your family, and what kind of lifestyle do you want for that family? And then you just go from there, and be happy whatever you end up doing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Just find something that you can live the life you want with. Yeah. And I'm not sure that I've met anybody that's, I probably have met somebody that's like doing the thing that they just absolutely love.
Never have a bad day.
And can't get enough of. I don't know. I think that's pretty, I don't know, maybe Josh is doing it. Maybe my son. Anyways, I don't know. I don't think I've met, I don't know. Even myself, doing physical therapy, I don't know. There's a lot of days that I don't love it.
Yeah.
But
it gives you the lifestyle you want.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. So, I wanted to talk about something else. I don't know if you're all right talking about it. I know you've shared this story at different times in church and other places. Just with your, and I apologize, I can't remember if it was one of your brothers that you lost, or was it two brothers? Two of them. I don't know. I didn't put the tissue box out here, so.
Yeah, so I knew you'd probably ask me about this, and I thought, we really need to rename your show to Come Cry with Vance.
Yeah.
Because watching your first 2 episodes,
it's horrible.
We should just name it Come Cry with Vance.
Yeah.
And you need to start bringing some tissues.
Like, we had tissues here with the last one with Justin, because I knew it was going to get rough.
It's good. I can be tough too. And so, so the story of that. So I'm now the baby of the family, and now my siblings, and just like that, tissues magically appear. My siblings now tease me that I'm the baby of the family and I'm spoiled.
Yeah.
I really don't think I am, but that's okay.
That's an interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it goes all the way back to when we were talking about how I met Megan and all that. So it was July 17th. So I hadn't even been home from my mission yet a whole year when my brothers had passed away.
Okay.
And I always, when I think about this, my plan was always to come home off my mission and have fun for at least a couple of years before I got married.
Yeah.
And so when I looked back, I'm like, why did God help me get married so quick? I really think it was because he knew what was coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he knew I wouldn't have been able to get through it without her.
Yeah.
Come cry with Vance. Just come cry with him. And so when I think back, what would have happened if I didn't have her? Right. Number one, I would have either been in the truck with him.
Yeah.
Or I just would have lost myself, because it was even hard with her,
Yeah.
Like you said, I've told this story before.
Yeah.
So I guess let me just let you know how it happened.
Yeah.
Just a little ways outside of Sholo. So we were actually at the Owens Ponds for a family reunion that weekend. And we were all hanging out, having a good time. And then a lot of us were on our way back to the valley. That's where a lot of us lived.
Okay.
And I was in front of everybody. And cell phones were new to me back then. And I left my cell phone in the valley that weekend, didn't even think about it, not once.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's unheard of nowadays.
So nobody could even get a hold of me when it happened, but
yeah.
And so about 8 miles outside, there's that little, it's got a name, like a little tiny, it's not a town, but 8 miles, like you're going towards Globe. You got some cabins on the left-hand side right there.
Forestdale.
I think so.
Forestdale?
I think so. I think you're right.
Yep.
Anyway, right there's a passing lane. I would never recommend, if you're heading towards Globe, to use that passing lane, because if you look at it when it starts, it kind of turns and goes down and you can't see around it.
Yeah.
And so my brother took off to go past all these slow cars going 55 and a 65.
Yeah.
That's why you should at least go the speed limit. But anyway, he shouldn't have been passing so many cars. He went around that corner and there was a truck, and they both went off the road to avoid each other and got in a collision that way.
Wow.
So in the truck was my 2 brothers. my married brother and his wife were in the front. And then my little brother was behind my older brother, so behind the driver's side. And then my nephew, who was my older brother, not the guy that was driving, he was in there with his friend. I want to say they were probably 10 or 11. Oh, wow. And so they survived, and my sister-in-law survived. But my two brothers, the impact must have been greater on that side, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, the engine was pretty much on my brother's lap. Oh, my little brother wasn't buckled. He was over the top.
Wow.
There were sorry.
That's all right.
We met the guys that tried to help him.
Yeah.
And this is where I would tell everybody, if there's a wreck, don't be afraid to go try to help. I mean, there was a long line of cars, and there was only like 2 guys helping.
Really?
Would that have made a difference? Probably not. I think my brothers were gone already.
Yeah.
But it was pretty special because the week of their funeral, because my little brother loved jacked up trucks, my brother had this jacked up truck and my cousin had this jacked up truck that were like twin trucks.
Really?
And so they had, we had these big stickers on the back that had their faces and stuff like that. And that's what we took them in their caskets that week.
Oh, wow.
Instead of hearse. But anyways, one of the guys that helped at the wreck saw that and asked, like, who are you guys? Do you know them? And so we got to meet that guy.
Yeah.
And it was cool to just hear his story.
Yeah.
And how when he was trying to pull out my little brother, he said he was just the dead weight, like trying to pull someone who's got no movement. He was trying to pull him out of so they were in a Nissan Titan, so he's trying to pull him out that back window. Oh. The truck's on fire. It's getting too hot.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, when I was trying to pull him out and I couldn't get him, all of a sudden, I felt this peace that it was okay.
Yeah.
And that's helped a lot just to know that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's special to have got to meet him, and then but for a long time after that wreck, I was pretty mad. I was mad at God for taking my brothers that were closest to me. I love my older brother, but there's an age gap, and so you don't get that closeness when you're younger.
Yeah.
And so I was pretty mad about it. Didn't understand why. I still don't understand why. And one of the first questions I'll ask when I get up there is, all right, help me understand, because I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, I understand some of the things, but anyway.
Yeah.
It was probably about 9 months later that, I'm fighting with my testimony about it all. And
oh, yeah.
And then I just remembered that my Savior's always reaching out to me.
Yeah.
And it was almost like a light switch where I went from like me being dark to he's there.
Yeah.
He's pulling me up. And I share about my favorite painting called The Hand of God by Young Sung Kim. Maybe you can pull it up and show it. It's my favorite because it's from Peter's point of view when he's walking on that. He wants to walk on water, right?
Yep.
And he has this faith. And that's how I felt at that time in my life, where I was like walking on water, and then my brothers died. And that's where my faith just went.
Yeah.
And I sank. And when I fall in water, I close my eyes. And I think that's why I forgot my Savior, and but I love that because I feel like I opened my eyes and there he was reaching.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway. Yeah. So, like I said, I still always wonder why, but man, I sure do love my Savior for pulling me out of that. And being there for me.
So that's kind of what, So your initial reaction to that, which seems perfectly normal to me, is, to be angry. I
Yeah.
mean, was there something that helped you kind of get through that, or you were just kind of trudging along and just, like you said, something just flipped one day? And
I was just trudging along. I mean, like I said, if it wasn't for Megan, who knows what would have happened,
right. Yeah.
Because I had her to be by my side and help me through it,
Yeah.
And put up with me and my moods.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it at the time how mean I probably was.
Yeah.
But she gave me that grace because she knew what I was going through. And, but yeah, I just trudged along. In the back of my mind, I always knew that, okay, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay,
Yeah.
but it just didn't feel it. But it was weird because it was like a light switch when the day that I chose to open my eyes and see him. And that's the thing, like, you have to choose. If you're going through a hard time, you have to make that decision to open your eyes. He's right there reaching down for you.
Yeah.
He's already made that decision to reach for you. But you have to make that decision to open your eyes and reach back. And that's why it was like a light switch for me when I made that decision. I went from this dark world and depressed to still not happy that I lost my brothers, but feeling the love of my Savior.
Yeah.
So,
was there something that kind of brought that on to make that choice, or do you remember, or was it?
I honestly don't remember exactly what triggered it that day.
Yeah.
I wish I did. I wish I would write in my journal, and then maybe I would remember these types of things, because I'm sure there was something that maybe triggered it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah. I've never had an experience like that, so I don't even know what. Yeah. I can just imagine that I would be very upset, because I get upset at my Heavenly Father for things way dumb, like really dumb stuff. I get upset.
Yeah.
I can't imagine losing a brother and having to go through that kind of loss, and how you get through it. Like, I guess, luckily you had someone there with you. You had Megan
and the rest of my family, like my parents did a great job raising us. And I hear about other people's family drama, and I'm like, I feel super blessed because my family, we just don't have any drama.
Yeah.
And that's not an exaggeration. We all get along really well. And,
do you feel like what happened with your brothers had an effect on, like?
I'm sure it did.
Yeah. Like,
but we were close before that and didn't have drama before that.
Okay.
Like, the only drama that we had in our lives were when we were kids and fought.
Yeah.
But we've never had adult drama.
Right.
And I think it's just because of the way we were raised, and I'm sure that definitely made us appreciate one another, and made us think, it could be over at any minute. So like I actually hate seeing siblings fight. That's like a pet peeve, because I'm like, man, that person could be gone tomorrow.
Right.
And if you're in the middle of a fight, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wow. I thought that had happened when you were younger. I didn't realize that happened. After your mission and after you were married. Wow. Is there anything that you've seen over the years that has maybe given you some clarity, or things that have happened that have not really understanding it, because there's it doesn't make sense, and I can see where you're coming from, where that's going to be the first question. when you get to the other side, it's like, what the heck? Why did this?
Yeah, I absolutely don't get it.
Yeah.
But I have had experiences. I've had a couple of dreams that are special to me that where, I've hugged my brother, my oldest brother, and another one where it was such a real experience where it was me, my dad, and my little brother.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if I had already had this dream with my big brother, but it was just the three of us sitting around the table, and it was the day before the wreck, and I was telling my dad, no, we can't let Stephen go with Kelsey. He can't ride in the truck.
Wow.
And so I just remember arguing with my dad saying, we can't let it happen. And my little brother just telling me it's okay.
Wow.
That it's supposed to happen. But it was such a real, such a real experience that I do feel that was God letting me know, that it's okay. I still don't understand the why, but that it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so having those special moments has definitely helped me feel like it's why I keep pushing on and having faith.
Yeah.
Right
on.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it. That's an amazing, it's it's a horrible experience, but I think over time you do start to have those special experiences, or something happens that helps you get a little bit of clarity, maybe.
Right.
Still not a full understanding of why in the world this had to happen, but that's awesome. Were you, during that time right afterwards, were you struggling with, like, I don't know, continuing to, like, go to church? I'm sure you were, or were you just holding the line, but kind of not?
There wasn't ever a time where I just didn't go to church.
Yeah.
I was pretty numb through a lot of it, though, going to work. Like, the days just felt like I was just going through them. Yeah. There didn't feel like a whole lot of purpose.
Were you working at University of Phoenix at the time? Okay.
Yeah. And so was my older brother. And so, the week after, I had to go clean out his cubicle and stuff like that.
Oh, my goodness.
I still have a little saying that, sometimes it gets lost, but on his computer, he had a little thing that said focus, full focus. And so I always think of him, and if I get too unfocused at work, I'll, say that in my head, focus, full focus.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
And I think we've stopped at their gravesite. Is it?
Yeah.
It's in
Nutrioso.
Yep. A couple of our bike rides we've gone on, we've made it stop there a couple of times. That's pretty awesome. Cool. What would be your, I don't know, what would be your advice, I guess, to someone that has lost somebody close to them that, I don't know if there's any.
Yeah. It's a lot easier said than done, obviously, but just open your eyes. When you look at that painting, The Hand of God, if that's you, open your eyes and see your Savior there. And he'll pull you out. Remember, give yourself grace too. Another thing that really helped me, because I would sit there and I'd cry a lot, and I'm like, this is stupid. Why am I still crying? And I can't remember if I think somebody shared the quote with me. And I think it was from President Nelson that talked about mourning and how mourning is the purest form of love. And so it's like, when I read that, I was like, it's okay to cry.
Yep.
I'll just cry, and I've talked about this with many people I work with and other friends, And sometimes I can hold myself together. Other times I just cry.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it too.
Right. Yeah.
You know, some days I can think about them and there's really no emotion.
Yeah.
And then other days, I don't know, it was 2017. It had already been, I don't know, probably 15 years since they had passed.
Yeah.
And I was going on a deer hunt by myself. And I remember I stopped by their gravesite in Nutri, and
Yeah.
I cried like I had just found out. It was really weird.
Wow. Yeah.
But you just let it, because
Yeah.
I'm crying because I love them that much.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and so
Yep. Yeah.
that helped me a lot, knowing that it was okay. It
Yeah.
was the purest form of love.
Yeah.
So, but it is hard. I'll share it for somebody who loses multiple people at once. Something my dad would always say that would break my heart.
Yeah.
I'm crying again. Anyway, he would say, I wish the Lord would have given me two hearts so that I could mourn for both of them at the same time.
Oh.
Because it's really weird when you're thinking of one and then you almost feel bad that you're not thinking of the other, and then
Yeah.
it kind of pulls you.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
as a brother, I felt that, and I can only imagine what my dad felt like,
Yeah.
and my mom felt like, you know.
Yeah. 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 Wow.
But faith
Yeah.
is hard.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't, how would we grow?
Yeah.
And so be okay with faith being hard, and just have faith
Yeah.
and open your eyes to him.
Yeah. And I think and you'd be better to speak on that, but I think it's okay to go through that phase of being angry.
Yeah.
I think people are too hard on themselves, and they think, oh, how could I be angry with my Heavenly Father, but I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Like,
He understands.
Yeah.
He understands.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. We should rename this to Come Cry.
Come cry
Come
with
cry.
Vance.
Darn it. Oh, well, thanks for sharing that. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a tough one to talk about.
it is.
Yeah.
But
So-
it is a story that has shaped my life,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. What were their names?
Kelsey and Steven.
Kelsey and Steven.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. That's yeah. Man, we've covered a lot, I feel like. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's a lot. I mean, I think everybody I've had come talk, I mean, we could talk for days and days about different stuff, but I know with you got 4 kids. I was in a family of 4. You have your daughters are kind of the bookends, right? Oldest and youngest, and then your 2 boys in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah. 3 of them still at home, right?
3 still at home. Yeah.
Oldest daughter's out and about. Awesome. Yeah. And I was talking to you the other day and just realized that you're still wrestling down here with the helping the high school team, just at practice and stuff. And I can't even imagine doing that. I guess you're a little bit younger than I am, but not much.
Saying that I'm out down there wrestling with them it's hard to really say that. I mean, I'm good for about 30 seconds, and then I've got to rest for about 10 minutes, and then I can maybe go another 30 seconds. So,
yeah. That's cool, though.
I'm old, and I can feel it when I'm down there. But it's fun.
Yeah. I think mentally I would feel like I could do something like that still, but yeah, the next day I would probably not be able to walk.
Yeah.
But that's cool that you're still doing it. Is Carter or Pacer wrestling?
Yeah,
Or
both of them
Both
are.
of them are?
Yeah.
Okay. Both at the high school?
Yep.
Ooh, do you get to
Shoot.
wrestle with them?
No, they're both too afraid to wrestle me.
Oh, man.
No, I try to stick with kids more my size. Every now and then I'll get put with a little guy and I feel bad. Because I wrestled coaches when I was in high school too, and it's hard.
Yeah.
We're a lot wider. The old
Yep.
man strength, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it's not that fun wrestling a coach sometimes.
Yeah. Do you wrestle with your boys at home though? Or not really?
Not as much anymore. Every now and then they try to act tough with me.
It seems like when they get old, and I don't know, maybe your boys aren't, so it seems like when they get older, when you get into little things like that, they can go bad real quick. Like,
Right.
get real serious real fast.
Yeah. They can.
I don't know.
Anytime they try to challenge me, it doesn't last very long. So I think they still know that I'm, a little bit heavier than them. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Still put them in their place. And
Yep.
yeah. I think I got in one little tussle with my oldest son, Josh, and it was bad.
Did he beat you up?
No, I just remember afterwards, it was one of those situations where I want to say it started out kind of in a joking way, and it got real, real fast, and I felt really weird afterwards. I was just like, ooh, yeah, that wasn't cool, and I'm like, we shouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah, competitive.
Yeah, it's bad. It's not good. So, anyways, well, shoot. Did we miss anything that you wanted? I don't know. Like I said, I'll probably have you back down the road and we'll talk about some other.
I'm sure there will be a new story in a couple years.
Oh, yeah. Some hunting or fishing stories or.
So just hopefully not another story like what I had to tell.
No more,
right?
No more
None
crying
of that
stories.
stuff.
No more crying stories. No. Yeah. Anyways, well, thanks for sharing about your life, about your experiences that you've had, good and bad. Which are all good experiences. I don't know.
Yeah.
They all end up being
They're all
good.
for your good.
Yeah, good. Shape us into who we are. So, anyways, thanks for being here and thanks for coming and crying with me for. Dang it!
It was fun. Thanks.
Right on. All right. Okay. Thank you.